Those that aren't yet fully aware of what this trend is, let's start off by looking at what a smart city is. So one of the best ways to think of a smart city is that it is the infusion of technology into every aspect of a city's operations. So this includes some of the more obvious or well-known aspects like transportation or e-governance, but also the perhaps less obvious things like waste management, power supply, and even water management. So one of the key technologies that enables this is, of course, the Internet of Things. By placing cameras, sensors, vision systems, etc., in key parts of a city's infrastructure, a city's resources can be more efficiently allocated. Citizens can be informed of opportunities to better live their lives, and a city can function more harmoniously overall. So I think to make this a little bit more tangible, let's actually look at Singapore, which is often referred to as one of the world's leading smart cities. So Singapore, as an island city-state, is challenged with a high population density, limited geographical area, and an aging population, as well as other factors, which really led it to adopt aggressive solutions decades ago. And part of this was the implementation of a smart city strategy. So, for example, due to population density, vehicle congestion is a real problem. And this led to the adoption of networks of sensors, cameras, and GPS devices embedded into taxi cabs, which has allowed for traffic to be tracked, predicting future congestion, and then informing all drivers of alternative routes. So surveillance cameras look out for road incidents as well, and vehicle recovery crews are actually automatically activated, leading tow trucks and other kind of emergency services to arrive within 15 minutes and clear up most incidents, or at least try to be within that 15-minute time frame. Additionally, smart live electronic devices display the real-time speed of vehicles and alerts drivers if they are violating the speed limit. So moving away from transportation and mobility issues, due to the aging population, wearable technologies such as fitness trackers, smartwatches, and even smart clothing have been heavily promoted. And recorded data from these sensors, as well as sensors in the houses of the elderly, and for patients suffering from different kind of chronic diseases, are sent securely online to healthcare providers, which allows them to monitor the individuals, receive alerts, and respond to any emergencies faster than usual. And as Singapore is an island nation, natural resources are also very limited. So because of this, there's actually something called a utility usage message. And these are sent out to citizens, which allows for people to monitor their own home consumption and foresee overall usage statistics and, of course, the associated bills, which would let people maybe even throttle down the amount of energy or water that they're using. So smart sensors are also embedded inside of office buildings and many household appliances, such as lights, which can be automatically turned off when nobody is at home or in the office building. And in 2015, smart waste bins were introduced as part of a smart waste management program. So there are sensors that are attached to a bin's lid, and these collect information on the contents and location of the bin. And this is notified to a garbage team through a central server. This helps the waste collection team to optimize their route planning and at the same time constantly keeps the public spaces clean. So there are several other examples of how technologies are being used to make the city more resource efficient, livable, and connected. But I think that this should give a pretty decent introduction to the idea of a smart city. So though Singapore is often at the top of the list, there are a number of cities that have similar aspirations and have actually already have numerous running applications. So cities like New York, London, Barcelona, Oslo, and Tokyo are just a few of the top names out there. I think that the implementation of this trend is growing every year and is creating tremendous cost and resource savings across the world. In fact, there was a 2017 white paper by ABI Research estimated that smart cities could lead to cost savings of some $5 trillion by 2022. However, one can take the perspective that this is actually more of a large-scale retrofit campaign of inefficient locations across the world. So what would it look like if a more ambitious ground-up operation were to take place?